Hey, welcome to Universe Decoded. Kindly subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to stay updated. South China Sea. A powder keg. Tensions are rising in the South China Sea as China continues to assert its dominance in the region. The Chinese government has been increasingly aggressive in its territorial claims, conducting military exercises and establishing a strong naval presence. This show of force is seen as a direct challenge to the sovereignty of neighboring countries. The Philippines, a key U.S. ally, is pushing back against these actions. The Philippine government has been vocal in its opposition, conducting joint military exercises with the United States to demonstrate its resolve. These exercises are not just symbolic. They are a clear message to China that the Philippines will not back down. The situation has drawn international attention, with many fearing a potential conflict. The United Nations has held multiple meetings to address the escalating tensions, but a resolution seems elusive. Protests have erupted in various countries, condemning China's actions and calling for a peaceful resolution. This volatile situation underscores the strategic importance of the South China Sea. The region is home to several strategic military bases, and satellite images reveal a growing number of military installations. Control over this area is not just about territorial claims, it's about strategic dominance. It is a vital shipping route for global trade. Approximately one-third of the world's shipping passes through the South China Sea, making it a critical artery for global commerce. Any disruption in this region could have far-reaching economic consequences. The area also holds vast reserves of oil and natural gas. These resources are highly coveted, and control over them could significantly boost the economic power of any nation. Underwater exploration continues to reveal new potential reserves, adding another layer of complexity to the territorial disputes. China claims almost the entire South China Sea as its own. The controversial 9-line map is used by China to justify its expansive claims, which are not recognized by international law. Chinese naval patrols are a common sight, reinforcing their claims and deterring other nations from asserting their own. However, this claim overlaps with those of several other countries, including the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan. Diplomatic efforts to resolve these overlapping claims have so far been unsuccessful, leading to a tense and precarious situation. Protests in the Philippines and other countries highlight the deep-seated anger and frustration over China's actions, making the South China Sea a true powder keg. The stakes in the South China Sea. The South China Sea is not just about resources. It represents a larger struggle for power and influence in the Indo-Pacific region. China's growing assertiveness challenges the existing regional order. The Philippines, situated in a strategically crucial location, is directly impacted by China's actions. The country has a long history of maritime disputes with China in the South China Sea. Taiwan, a beacon of democracy and technology. Taiwan, a self-governed island, stands as a vibrant democracy in sharp contrast to mainland China. Its economic success, especially in the semiconductor industry, makes it a global player. Taiwan's fate is intertwined with the regional balance of power. China views Taiwan as a breakaway province and has vowed to reunify it with the mainland, by force if necessary. China's ambitions and regional concerns. China's ambitions in the South China Sea are part of a broader strategy to establish itself as the dominant power in the Asia-Pacific region. This strategy has raised concerns among its neighbors and the United States. The potential for conflict in the region is a significant concern for the global community. Any disruption to the South China Sea's shipping lanes would have severe consequences for the global economy. The Philippines has a long and proud history of fighting for its independence and sovereignty. The country endured centuries of colonial rule under Spain and the United States. This history has instilled in the Filipino people a strong sense of national pride and a determination to defend their territorial integrity. China's actions in the South China Sea directly challenge this sovereignty. The U.S.-Philippines Alliance, a strategic partnership. The Philippines and the United States share a long-standing alliance dating back to the early 20th century. This alliance, formalized through a mutual defense treaty, is a cornerstone of regional security. The Philippines' strategic location makes it a vital partner for the U.S. in maintaining a free and open Indo-Pacific. The U.S. has a vested interest in supporting the Philippines' efforts to defend its sovereignty. China's maritime assertiveness and Philippine responses. Over the past decade, China has significantly ramped up its activities in the South China Sea, a region rich in resources and strategic importance. China has increased its maritime activities in the South China Sea. This includes not only patrolling the waters with its Coast Guard vessels, but also asserting its claims over disputed territories. This includes building artificial islands, deploying Coast Guard vessels, and establishing military installations on these man-made structures. These actions have raised concerns among neighboring countries and the international community. Additionally, Chinese Coast Guard vessels have been involved in numerous incidents of harassing fishing boats from the Philippines and other countries. These aggressive maneuvers are seen as attempts to assert dominance and control over the contested waters. The Philippines, despite its limited military capabilities, has responded to these provocations with a mix of diplomacy and deterrence. The country has been vocal in its opposition to China's actions, seeking to uphold its sovereign rights in the region. The country has filed diplomatic protests, bringing the issue to international forums and seeking support from other nations. These diplomatic efforts aim to pressure China into adhering to international laws and norms. In addition to diplomatic measures, the Philippines has strengthened its military presence in the region. This includes conducting regular patrols and military exercises to demonstrate its resolve and readiness to defend its territorial waters. Furthermore, the Philippines has deepened its security cooperation with the U.S. and other like-minded countries. Joint military exercises and strategic dialogues have been crucial in enhancing the country's defense capabilities and ensuring regional stability. Through these combined efforts, the Philippines continues to navigate the complex dynamics of the South China Sea, striving to protect its interests and maintain peace in the region. U.S.-Philippines cooperation. Deterring aggression. The U.S. and the Philippines are working together to deter Chinese aggression in the South China Sea. This cooperation includes joint military exercises, intelligence sharing, and capacity building for the Philippine Armed Forces. The U.S. has also provided the Philippines with military equipment and training to enhance its maritime domain awareness and defense capabilities. This cooperation sends a clear message of deterrence to China. Upholding international law and shared values is a cornerstone of global peace and stability. It ensures that nations, regardless of size or power, adhere to a set of agreed-upon rules and principles. The Philippines, the U.S., and other countries in the region are committed to upholding international law, particularly the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. This treaty, established in 1982, is crucial for maintaining order in the world's oceans and seas. UNCLOS provides the legal framework for maritime activities and dispute resolution. It defines the rights and responsibilities of nations in their use of the world's oceans, establishing guidelines for businesses, the environment, and the management of marine natural resources. However, China's actions in the South China Sea directly challenge UNCLOS and threaten the rules-based international order. By constructing artificial islands and militarizing disputed areas, China undermines the principles of peaceful coexistence and mutual respect. In response, the Philippines and its partners are working tirelessly to ensure that international law is respected and that disputes are resolved peacefully. Through diplomatic efforts, legal avenues, and strategic partnerships, they aim to uphold the integrity of UNCLOS and promote stability in the region. Collaborative efforts such as joint naval exercises, regional summits, and international dialogues are essential in reinforcing shared values and commitments. These actions not only deter aggressive behavior, but also strengthen alliances and foster a sense of collective security. Additionally, educational programs and community outreach initiatives play a vital role in raising awareness about maritime law and the importance of environmental conservation. By engaging local communities and fostering a culture of compliance, we can ensure a sustainable and peaceful future for our oceans. Upholding international law and shared values is not just a legal obligation, but a moral one. It is a commitment to a world where disputes are settled through dialogue and cooperation, where the rule of law prevails, and where every nation can thrive in a stable and just international system.